Lately, back with another video, and this is the Housewives of Potomac Season 3, Episode 3. So the show picks back up from last week. They're still at the press conference, and apparently they're still back and forth and bickering, and Karen is just not hearing it, and she's ready to shut the whole thing down. Giselle reveals to her the entire shirt. Remember, she came in with a pink blazer, and she takes her blazer off, and she shows the back that says, remember, it says pound, hashtag free Karen, hashtag free Uncle Bill, Ben, hashtag tax reform. So Karen is ticked off at this point, and Giselle and Robyn ends up leaving out. Karen was saying how Ashley, Monique, I guess since they was the last women standing, because Giselle and Robyn left, they was the last women standing. She pretty much said, well, I see who really cares for me, where she was saying Ashley and Karen. But I mean Ashley and Monique, but Ashley said, she still got her reservations, and she still meant what she said, when she was questioning Karen. Anyway, so Giselle, Karen gets up with her assistant Matt. They decide to leave. They're sitting in the car, and Giselle comes to comes up to the car and tell them, what's wrong. And she said, Giselle said, it's all about a little jokey joke. And Karen said, well, this is not a joking matter. You are ridiculous. You could be gone pretty much. And she's pretty much done, and over with Giselle. And I think that's the end of that particular situation. So Monique and so it goes to Monique and her fiance. They are up. They're getting ready to start their day. They're at Monique's condo, and Monique was pretty much saying that, she keeps saying like Chris wasn't her ideal guy. She grew up around money. Chris is a self-made, had to work his way up type of guy. But, she says she loves him. They make it work. And then she says she does appreciate him because he pretty much has helped her, launch her business. And apparently she has a healthcare line that took off pretty quick. And he has been really supporting her in that endeavor. So, yeah, it's like they're in love, and they're supposed to be moving forward with the actual wedding planning. Ashley is visiting Monique. She is, they're out by the pool having drinks, and Monique is pretty much telling Ashley that, she's getting ready for Chris' 40th birthday party. And she said it's going to be a white t-shirt party. So she's asking all the guests to wear, a white t-shirt, which I think Chris likes a variety of different white t-shirt shirts. So Monique is saying that she's telling Ashley that pretty much Chris has not talked to his mother still since the whole incident of calling her a heifer. And she said that has to be hard. And she said, she's having some issues, because she got to pretty much, tell her mom, that her Michael will no longer be able to be paying her rent if she continues to keep this man around who's been mooching off of her and taking advantage for her for almost 15 years. Apparently what had happened, Michael agreed to help her out because messing with this man and whatnot, that's how she ended up getting in part of, getting into a financial bind. But yet and still here, Ashley Mike been paying for her rent for almost a year, and she's still pulling this bum around. So I think what it is that they really want Ashley's mother to get rid of this bum, or they're gonna pull, or Mike wants to pull the plug on financially supporting her. Ashley feel like that puts her in a tough spot because she's her mom. Her mom did all she could do to raise her and her brother, and she feel like, despite of the circumstances, she need to do whatever to help her mom. So Monique had asked the question pretty much, what you want to do. You going to choose your family or you want to choose your man? And Ashley was saying, she is just hard and she don't want to have to choose. So, yeah. So they end up talking about, you know, the pageant world, and then Candace so happily just shows up. The girls dish their clothes down to their swimsuits, and they are having a good time at the pool. They're smoking cigars, they're having their drinks. And then Monique told Candace, you know, she's, you know, would like for her, you know, she needs to meet the other ladies. And Monique also said, you know, that she feels like her and Robyn are beefing. Apparently, there's a picture of Robyn, and that was a meme that Monique tended to have liked. And I guess it was somehow attached to her social media fan page. And, you know, Robyn wasn't feeling that. So, yeah. Karen and her daughter are out for a day of spa. They're going to get a seaweed facial. This is recommended by Robyn. Karen's going with it. She said actually Robyn is a good distraction during this time. So they're taking in the beauty treatment. Karen is saying smell real fishy. You know, Robyn is playing with her, and Karen's like, please don't make me throw up. And then, you know, afterwards, so they're sitting, they're drinking water, they're relaxing. And, you know, Karen brings up the situation about, you know, Ray. And then Robyn said, you know, she has her, you know, she's concerned about Dad. And she started, you know, sharing little tears. And she said, you know, Karen's like, you know, I just need you to, you know, pray for your dad and be strong for him. You know, life happens and we're going to see this thing through. And she gave her a hug. So apparently, you know, Ashley will be getting ready to go back to college, entering her third year. The time has fast forward because, you know, when she first got started, she was, you know, in her last months of her senior year, graduating and going prom. And now here we got her going into her junior year of college. That's so interesting. So Giselle is out shopping with her friend or her assistant. Ari Hugh is pretty much doing well. She says she's out on the road. You know, it has really taken off. A lot of business has come through with it. And she's happy and proud that she is able to pay her business taxes. That is shade. So she's shopping because apparently there is an event for Ari Hugh. Well, she's been invited to an event centered around Ari Hugh in the Hamptons. It so happened to be around, it's like the same weekend of Chris' birthday party. So Giselle said a weekend in the Hamptons or Chris' birthday party. So, of course, she said she's going to go with the weekend in the Hamptons. So it goes to Robyn. Robyn is in her new home, and it's nice. It's really nice. She says a lot more room, and she said, you know, they're at a good spot. He got the job, and Juan got the coaching job that he wanted, and she's, dabbling in her own business adventures, which she is looking into. She's starting to flip houses. So it's just show her checking out a house and stuff and how much a project. So that's her new business. She said the goal is for them to work their butts off so they would never, ever be broke again. So also, her and Juan was pretty much trying to get situated with their garage. I guess they got a bunch of stuff in their garage or basement area or whatnot. And she was just pretty much telling Juan that she kind of hate that she, took a chance on that investment. Because remember in season 1, she mentioned how, she and Juan got involved, did an investment with a friend, and he pretty much took their money. And I think he ended up committing suicide, when everything came out of the wash. So she was saying that was part of her doing because she just felt like she didn't want to feel like she was, just sitting home doing nothing while Juan was out making the money through his work through the NBA. And then she said she take full responsibility, and she was saying she's sorry. But pretty much Juan said, it was over with. They're trying to move forward. So, yeah. Robyn also states that she was asking Juan about his schedule because she wants him to go to Chris's party. He said it's not really looking good, and she said she really don't want to go alone because she feel like her and Monique are not at the greatest point right now, and she brings up that picture. So what it is like a picture of Robyn fanning, and there's like a meme across saying like when shade has been thrown at you, heated shade or something like that. But apparently it's somehow attached to Monique's fan page. And Robyn really believes that Monique paid people to run her page and, was throwing the shade. So from there, Candace and her mother are out wedding dress shopping. And mom is pretty much trying to take over. Mom acting like it's pretty much her wedding, and it's not. She was saying, she needs to have lace. It needs to be form-fitting. And, Candace want like ball gown, big type. So Candace tried on this first dress. It was gorgeous, really sexy. And she got, a little teary-eyed. And they say, well, you don't supposed to cry now. You're supposed to cry. She said, I'm just trying to get it out. But I guess she just, it's actually happening. It's actually taking place. And here she is trying on dresses. Her mom was very vocal, what she liked, what she did not like. And she said her mom, pretty much split from her dad. And, it was pretty much her and her mom. Her mom is a psychiatrist. And she, built her private business from the ground up. And she's just used to being in charge and being the boss. And, here Candace is an adult and her mother's still trying to, be the boss and make all the decisions. So, we'll see what happened. But Candace seemed like, she was pretty much over it. She did try on a dress just to please her mom, but she really wasn't feeling that particular dress. I mean, it was okay. I don't really see that for the ceremony. I thought that dress she had on that lace dress would be more like maybe for the reception, but not for the actual ceremony. So Ashley and Michael, I don't know if they was at Oz. I couldn't remember. I think they're at Oz. It's packed. Business is booming. They just sitting down. And Michael was asking Ashley, have you talked to your mom yet? What you gonna do? Ashley is really dragging her feet because she really don't want to have this conversation. It really making her feel uncomfortable. But Michael is telling her, they got to pull the plug if this man is continuing to be around, because all he's doing is really using up mama's money and resources. So yeah. Moving right along. And so it's the day of the Chris party. It's popping. Monique, is having a party in Grand Monique fashions. You see the cake. You see them doing some type of wine dessert. And they got all this elaborate food and a DJ and all this stuff is going on. So Monique is saying, this is big because it's not only going to be Chris's birthday, but they also count it as like a housewarming because it's their first big event in their home. So the ladies are arriving. Robyn came with Charisse. Charisse is not, a main character on there, but I guess she's just, a support cast person. So they come together. Charisse was just, Charisse and Monique been hanging out a lot since they are neighbors. And she says Charisse really introduced her to the Potomac area. And then Monique said she just felt obligated in being a good friend to Charisse now, as she go through her divorce. Ashley and Michael come together, and then Candace and Chris shows up. And even we got old Karen and Ray to come out to join the party as well. Karen was saying, people think they're going to hide. That's not what they're here to do. Pretty much, they're going to enjoy. So a lot of Chris' former teammates were in the house. They said some nice, good things about them. Chris mentioned that his mom was not able to come, but she sends her love. But his dad sent him words of encouragement. So they're really, the party gets really going. They're having a good time. They give Mike a white t-shirt. Now, Michael threw some shade at Bray. He said, you're in our thoughts. We're thinking about you. Is there anything we can do to help you out? And then Karen said, what the hell are you implying? I won't have time for this, Michael. That's what she was saying. So Robyn and Monique brought up the picture. They're in a debate. Robyn says she feel like Monique has paid people to monitor her fan page, and Monique said, I got a lot going on. I don't have time to do that. They were going back and forth. And Monique like, look, I'm hosting a party. I ain't got time for this drama. Who does that? So Monique, where am I, man? Because in my time, it's ticking. This camera gonna run out. Where are we at? Monique, yeah. Yeah, because Robyn was saying, you could put people on your payroll, and she said she really don't have time for that. So she got up and left. Charisse, Ashley, and Robyn goes outside, and they're talking about, Charisse said, you should just tell her, look, I don't like that. Could you take it down and handle it in a different type of way? And then Ashley said, she got issues with her. And then you know, Ashley told Ashley comes out, she tells Robyn that she feel like she got feelings with her, issues with her. Robyn says she feel like Ashley is just throwing her past in her face. She forgave one, they made arrangements, they're doing what they do, and that's it. Because I guess you know, Juan had women overseas, and that's how all the infidelity. And she was saying now that his dreams crash and burn, he comes back to Robyn, and she's like trying to save him. And you know, Robyn says she made amends with the past. It is what it is. They're at a good place, and that's it. So Monique comes back out. She was saying, you know what, you got to beef with everybody. I'm tired of you pretty much, you know, making a scene. So Robyn decides to leave. Robyn decided to leave, and because she says she's pretty much done with it. Meanwhile, Candace man is having a good time. He done stripped down to his tank and shorts, and he done jumped in the pool with another guest, and they just rolling through the thing, you know, rolling through the water. And she said, you know, he gonna get it pretty much when he get home. But that was pretty much it. They just showed some more scenes from the party. You know, it was a good time. She said she was glad that, you know, they was able to celebrate Chris. He seemed like he was really enjoying it and having a good time. So it seems like this situation with Robyn is gonna be probably the catalyst for, you know, the drama throughout the season. Next to Karen's and her financial woes and issues, I think the beef between Monique and Robyn is gonna heat up. But they just feel like Robyn really needs to just sit down and address what's going on. Robyn feel like she don't owe the explanation to anything. It is what it is. It's her life. They're happy. They're in a better place. And she just wish people would leave them the hell alone. So that's pretty much it. This was a light episode. You know what? It was kind of centered around pretty much the Chris's party and all this good stuff. But that's it. So stay tuned for next week. I think it may pick up next week. So like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.